Yeah, and another thing that helps out if your fish, if you feel like your tank might be a little overstocked, you could definitely put it in a power head or a pump, which I described in my saltwater lingo saltwater tank lingo part 2. I'll explain more what a power head is, and because think about that, these fish, a fish with really poor current are going to be just kind of bored and kind of just, they'll get stressed out more. But if you have a pump putting current in the tank, they're going to be fighting that current and they're going to feel like they need to get places. It's going to be harder to get places. So that kind of makes them feel like they have a bigger tank, which will reduce stress, which in turn will reduce aggression between your fish. And like I said, certain fish have higher metabolisms, which require more feedings, which is going to require more water changes and more biological filters. So yeah, and also like a tank with tangs, a tank overstocked with tangs would be bad. A tank overstocked with gobies would be bad. Tangs usually don't like each other. Gobies don't usually like each other. But if you had a tang and a butterfly rather than a tang and a tang, then it would really wouldn't be counted as overstocked because these two fish are getting along perfectly. Down here you have a goby and a mandarin. They should be fine because they're different types. Tangs are usually fine if you add them at the same time and if they're not from the same genus. But I'll talk about that in a different video. So yeah, basically now you know a little bit about overstocking tanks. Overstocking tanks really, no one can really determine that from looking at a tank. The owner can. The owner of a certain tank that knows all about it, knows about filtration, the fish's temperament, everything like that, the amount of feedings, they will know if their tank is overstocked. So just, yeah. Also, one last thing to finish up here. The 1 inch per gallon is completely wrong. Do not go by that. That might go for freshwater, but still. For saltwater, another important thing I forgot to say is saltwater contains less oxygen than freshwater. So in a 10-gallon freshwater tank you could have 8 tetras, but in a 10-gallon saltwater tank you could maybe keep a royal grandma and 2 clowns, or 2 clowns and a goby, or something like that. You're going to have less fish in a saltwater tank rather than a freshwater tank. A lot of people say, oh well, this is a 12-gallon tank, so can't I keep 12 inches of fish? That makes no sense, because in a 12-gallon tank there's no way you could keep a sailfin tang or a hippo tang in that tank. It would just be impossible. So just, yeah, the determining factors are feedings, metabolism, waste, biological filtration, temperament, adult size. All these water changes, they're all very important factors you put into when you're thinking about overstocking a tank. Alright, thanks guys. Rate, sub, and comment. Thanks guys. Bye.